guys are just having lunch. Yes. How is it possible?
I think we just came here.
Yeah. Really? Okay. So can I share in it?
Oh, yes. Yes, oh, yes. By all means. No, not giving that one.
What's on the menu?
This is just all we have.
Yeah, so what? I forbid it. Sophia, it's not by force. This is not Alaba. Good afternoon. Everybody's still sleeping. Sleepy eyes. I'm sure a lot of you have not had your baths yet. We need air fresheners in here. You all ooze of last night. Please feel free to eat. Don't mind me. It would be nice to know exactly what you have learned concerning table manners, so I'm watching. Didi, I'm not surprised. This is you. You like food. But please, carry on. Mussolini, you have to learn how we eat here. We use our hands. You open the lumps and you use your hands to eat. You have to learn it. So let's try it. Put the fork down. Who's serving? Is it him or
yes,
you?
Sir.
I just want to get the coffee.
Well, what doing this?
You're looking for a favor?
No, sir.
Christian,
Yes, sir.
this small food.
We can get more, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Go and sit down. This is unbelievable. So if I forbid vegetarian.
I'll get it now, sir.
How many? 2 muscles. That's exactly how to do it. Look at her. See? That's it. All right, let's go. We got to eat now. Who is saying grace? Everybody just dug in. She already started eating. It's not necessary. From stage to bedroom to food. No bus stop. Stage, bedroom, food. Your life is a triangle.
Today is the day.
Okay, are we all here?
Yes, sir.
Meow. I'm going to start with you, Ella. What was your experience like performing last night? No, first, what was your experience like watching those who were not on probation vote for someone? I mean, you were an observer, but what did you notice? How did you feel?
Scared.
Scared. Because someday, maybe, maybe not, you'll probably find yourself in that position. The only person who probably hasn't gone, who hasn't been called out, you know, who has the least number of votes, who hasn't been called out, is probably Marvelous. Everybody has gone through the ropes, isn't it? Musulin, what was your experience like? It was scary, wasn't it?
Somewhat, yes.
And of course, you were relieved when the judges picked you.
Yes.
So you need to be grateful to them every time. So right now, you have no excuse to perform below expectation, which takes me to last night. Where did all that energy, all that confidence come from? That's exactly what you have been talking about since day one for your resumption at the academy. There's no need for you to be scared of anyone. Just be yourself. And of course, they all commended you yesterday. Everything was different. You owned the crowd, you owned the song, your voice was in tip-top shape. Everything was just A class. So you have no more excuse. You see, they've seen what you can do. If you fall below expectation, you will get the knocks for it. Which takes me back to Ella. It is your first time on stage performing with the top 7. You make it 8. By the way, you need to give yourselves a round of applause. You're in top 8. Top 8 is like you're like the phantom of the academy right now. Untouchable. That is a feat that once you reach, you get the respect out there in the entertainment industry. Didi is probably the one who has gone through probation the most, yes?
Sure.
Trust me, if you ask him what he feels every time, he will not be able to explain it to you. Which brings me to your song last night. You need to stay focused, stay in rhythm. Because you didn't wait for that drum roll. It's a 4-beat count. You just jumped right into it, even though you finished well. Truth is, we must always have lapses. But you can't afford it, because right now it is almost the home stretch. You know, it just gets more difficult now. You went from, for those who have been here before now, you went from 1 song to 2 songs. Now you're going to more songs. That's how it works. I mentioned this before in one of my classes. When you're called on stage to perform your own concert, you will hold that stage down for nothing less than 2 hours. And right now, you barely can cope with 2 minutes. So it's going to be 2 hours. How do you prepare you for that? We just begin to pressure you with more songs. The playlist is endless. Well, you know what? The fight is yours. If you want to be ahead, you choose to be ahead. By the way, who is captain? You're captain. You're still captain, which means you need to be what? Someone needs to take your place, yes? Right, and you haven't chosen anyone yet. Okay, let me ask you this. Who had the most spectacular performance last night? Who? So unanimously, Ayo becomes captain. Before that performance, you and I spoke and you were still wondering how you were going to perform that song. And the simple thing was, be yourself. You have watched that Abamieda perform so many times, maybe on television, maybe you'd seen him live. Well, you know what? I think you should claim the title Abamiomo. So that is what you are now, until you are relieved of your captainship. Henceforth, you are now Abamiomo of MTN Project Fame West Africa Season 5. If you want to speak to anyone, they give you or intimidate you in any way, just say to them, everybody, yeah, say yeah, yeah.